There I am. I don't know what the fuck happened. What's up, guys? Hopefully you're still in here. It wasn't. It just kept saying going live. It kept loading, loading. It sucks that I just said that I gotta start a new one. There you go. Now there's 5 people in here. All right, cool. I guess whoever was over there's here. Alright, my bad. I don't know what was going on. It said going live, and it kept having this loading symbol for about 10 minutes. What's up, Mark? What's up, Rich? Jeffrey? What's up? AVG? GMAT? Alright. The vaping repost over on YouTube. Awesome. So, Casey, what's up? Dan. So I'm gonna be doing oh, Chappie, what's up? Okay, alright. Yeah, guys, use if it's not obvious by your name, people should tell each other who they are on IG, because almost everybody's from IG. I'm good. So I'm gonna do a pitchfork. I'm not gonna do a double pitchfork, like a double frame, double staggered pitchfork. I'm going to do a yeah, this zest is really good. This zest is made by Brew Juice. Brew Juice is like one of my favorites. It's local to the area. So the lemon is like really good. It's a coil killer. The lime isn't as bad. It's a very similar flavor, but it doesn't kill your coils as bad. So right now I'm digging the lime. This is like a key lime pie. This is like this one almost tastes like the if you like the cereals that are real citrusy, this is kind of like that, only like it's a very sweet juice. Really good for the summer. But this one isn't as bad on your cotton and coils, and it's very similar. And it's made by Brew Juice, as you could see. Yeah, Brew Juice. And this is like one of my favorite juices, like all time favorite juice, one of them. And this is a fruit cup. It's great for summertime. Yeah, because they have so much damn sweetener in them. So it's like how I look at it is, I mean, the juice has to be really good for me to be killing my coils and cotton. And I would absolutely buy this again. It's worth it. So some juices ain't really worth it, but like what's it called? What's the other one that's a real good cotton killer? Jam Monster. Jam Monster's worth it. Plus, they give you cotton with it. So, I mean, I think that's the reason they give you cotton with it. Is because they know it's going to kill your cotton. I got actually Jam Monster here. I still got a lot left, too. If you never bought Jam Monster before, it comes in a box and you get a little package of cotton bacon. Stars and Clouds, what's up? Yeah, so whatchamacallit, I sent what's his name? I sent Fresh some coils and he sent me some juice. He sent me a shitload of juice too. And you know, he was asking me about the sweetener, if I like a lot of sweetener. I mean, I'm guessing most of my juices have a lot of sweetener. So I think he put like a good amount of sweetener in because it's very sweet. It's not very, I shouldn't say it's not very sweet. It's sweet. It's a strong juice, but it's not killing my cotton at all. Like I could go all week without changing it. But brew juice, most of brew juices are very clean. Like I could go 2 weeks with this juice without changing my cotton. It's very good on your cotton. But this is this one and Brewberry. So those are the two new juices by Brew Juice, and they're very good. Those are like my two favorite juices at the moment. And like just everything they make. They also have a new flavor out by Love Handle. Brew Juice also makes Love Handle, and it's a lemon cake with blueberry, and that, oh my god, that shit's banging. I wish I had a bottle of it now. It's actually very similar to the lemon zest, but it's got blueberry. I'm a sucker for blueberry. Yeah, I leave the DIY to other people. I definitely don't need another hobby. Then I'll lack on my coil building if I'm DIYing, and I'm good. So a pitchfork is you start off with a half stagger with a pitchfork. And a pitchfork basically makes a design kind of like that of a pitchfork. So you start off with any kind of frame. You could use round wire, you could use staple wire, and you do your space Clapton up it. And then you get something else next to it, usually pieces of ribbon, a couple ply pieces of ribbon. And then you either skip fuse or double skip fuse, so leave 2 spaces in between. You could leave 1 or 2, it depends how many times you're going to be fusing after that. And then you put something else next to that, maybe more ribbon, like 1 or 2 more pieces of ribbon. And then you go into one of the spaces next to that. And then if you want to go again, which is really what makes the pitchfork come out, you put something else on the end, maybe more ribbon or whatever, and you skip fuse in the leftover spaces, so you get this pitchfork kind of design. I started one that I didn't finish yet. I would have finished it, but since I was going live, I just put it aside. So this is going to be, I posted one today that was a little messed up. Actually, shit, I could show you that. Where is that? That's right. So this is the one I posted today. This is like a full pitchfork. This has two staggered frames. Come on. All right. 2 staggered frames, but I kind of messed up on this one because I'm just kind of teaching myself how to do it the right way. And I'm actually also, I'm learning how to space round wire perfectly myself and not mess it up through 3 fuses. So when you have to fuse something 3 times and there's round wire that's space claptoned, it's very hard to get through all the fuses without messing anything up. So then yesterday, yeah, I'd rather do it with ribbon wire, which is probably what I'm going to do tonight, is just start off with a ribbon stack and do my pitchforking off of that. This way I don't run into any problems. Let me just find my macro lens. What did I do? There it is. Alright, so I really took my time on this. So I got one more fuse to go. Basically, I got to cut this in half. That RDA was the temple. It's actually a series. It's in series configuration now. So it's kind of like the, what's the name of that RDA? What's up, the Mayflower Pilgrim? It's kind of like, what the hell is that fucking thing called? Yep, the Raffle X. Thank you, Rich. Good looking. By UL, exactly. So I'm going to end up cutting this strand in half and skip fusing the rest of the spaces, and this thing should come out pretty badass. I think I did a pretty good job on the fusing, all in all. The scoop out's design at the bottom intrigued me. so I'll finish fusing that either probably tomorrow. I'm not going to want to do it tonight, even though the last fuse is usually the easiest on them. All right. So, I guess I'm going to start off with do I want to start off with? I don't even know. You know what? I'm going to start off with 4 pieces of 0.4. I got myself a actual bead-alon pair of nylon pliers. I went to AC Moore in Philly down in the city, and they had a bunch of them. So I was super psyched that they had them, so I didn't have to order them. And they're just way better than the ones I have. Alright. So, I need about 16 inches, 2 pieces at about 16 inches. I'm going to fold it in half so I get my 8 inches. I'm using some pure Adamus Nichrome 0.4 for the first 4 pieces. I also found my my nice close cutters. This is a good brand of close cutters right here. Zoron. Yeah, so Jeffrey, you're talking about taking pictures and lighting. LED lights work the best for me, but, well, I shouldn't say work the best. For inside, they work the best. I'm a big fan of sunlight. So, anytime anybody talks pictures with me, that's why my feed looks quite different than most people's, is because I use sunlight a lot. I try to stay away from the black background stuff, and I like to have a bright feed. So a cell phone, if you get the right cell phone, it could cut it. I mean, some of these cell phones actually have better cameras than some of these cameras. Yeah, indirect sunlight, I guess I should say. So when it's very sunny out, go in the shade. Alright, let me get my wood ready. Let me get some 40 gauge ready. Oh, what's up, Tim? Alright, cool. Yeah, I know you're always on my YouTube also. I always remember the some dude name. Is Luke here? Build Lab? So I'm bending my 2 pieces. Once I get them where I want them, I'm going to take my 40 gauge, wrap them up. So, what was I just going to say? So I'm working on another Enigma video. It didn't go well because I tried to do something different and I kept failing at it. So, I have to do another Enigma though, because not everybody could watch the last one. So if you can't watch the last one, it is because of the music. I have a bunch of copyright, I guess you could call copyright infringement videos up. There's like 5 of them, but 3 of them were like my old videos that are like a year old. The videos that are new, that have copyright warnings on them, we tried to corrugate it. A corrugated Enigma, and it got you angry, I bet. So, Enigmas ain't easy, and if you don't have that, there's a couple things I did want to say about the whole Enigma thing, because lots of people want to see them. But anyway, the videos that are new that have the copyrights on them that you might have problems watching right now are the Enigma video and the battery wrap video. Which I know a lot of people probably don't care about the battery wrap video. I do. But it looks like I might have to re-record it because now I'm trying to take them down and just take the music out of them. And I'm not being successful at it. I'm going to try it on my computer to see if I could save it to my computer and edit the music out. I know I could edit the music out if I could save it to the computer. But so far I haven't been successful. So, there's Build Lab. What's up? I was wondering if your name was going to be either Luke, Build Lab, or something else. Awesome. I'm sure everybody in here knows Build Lab. If you don't, definitely want to go follow. So I'm redoing the Enigma video. I'm trying to get it like good quality, so I'm not doing it live. I'm going to do it, record it so I can get it in HD all the way, and I should have it up in the next couple days. But the Enigma, lots of people ask, and I just hope the people that are trying it just know how to do their interlocks and their mohawks first, because, I mean, those are the steps you should be taking. Alright, so I hot glued that side. I'm going to dip my finger in water again. Run these ribbon down. So whoever just came in, I got a 4-ply stack here. I'm going to space clapped in it. And it's going to be the start of a pitchfork or a half a pitchfork, however you want to call it. I was talking to one of my teammates today about that. I call the builds that, like the one I posted today, I just showed you in the Temple RDA. I call that a pitchfork, and I call these like a half staggered pitchfork, kind of a half of a pitchfork. Whether that's the right way to go about calling them, I don't know. In my head, it just makes sense. Some people just call them both a pitchfork variant. Either way. Spork build. Alright, so since I'm only doing 4 pieces of 0.4, I'm going to be able to do the loop method on this. Lots of people ask me if you're able to do the loop method on this crazy face here. Lots of people ask me, or I see people asking others, if loop method's possible on ribbon stacks. It is. I only can get it, how can I say this, consistent when the ribbon stack's square. So 4 pieces of 0.4, 5 pieces of 0.5, so on, 3 pieces of 0.3. I never did 3 pieces of 0.3, so I can't even say that. But it's a square, so it should work. So I got a fairly heavy yeah, so if it's not square and it's rectangle, it does like 6 pieces of 0.4, it's definitely possible. But it's not consistent. And I've always had problems doing it. So I'd rather just, at that point, I like to parallel clap than them. But there's no sense in wasting wire when you're stacked square. So I just make the loop and do it that way. Alright. Got a piece of 40 gauge. This is like one of the heaviest caps I have. Yeah, round wire obviously is like the best way to go about using the loop method. If I had unlimited wire, I don't know, I'd probably parallel clap in this, I guess. I mean, doing 8 or 10 inches of a run only really wastes like 15 feet of 40 gauge. I've measured it before. I roughly measured it before. That's going to pop out. All right. So I got this in here, but I see that the stack's too small and the hot glue I put on there is not big enough. It's going to slide out. I know it. So there's a couple things I could do here. I could either put more hot glue on this to make what's going into the drill a little bigger, or I could bend my ribbon over and make a 90 in it. And try that. I'm going to start off slow, put some space Clapton in this. Take it out, get my loop again. Drop my loop on the wire behind the fusing wire. Get my ribbon stack back in my drill. Put the 90 in my drill chuck, sticking out. Doing this 4-ply with a loop method, that's one reason why I definitely like parallel Clapton more, is because it tends not to twist as much. Now, I got my swivel to a point where this shouldn't twist. I haven't had a 4-ply twist on me in a fairly long time. I guess I just got the pressure down, and my, the US ohm meters is pretty good for this. But I do find that parallel Clapton is much better if you don't want your ribbon to twist. But this should be just fine. So I'm going to get my loop in the last space made. I'm going to push my Clapton back and get them tight. I'm going to start off slow, make sure I got the right angle and pressure. Make sure I'm keeping a good 90. I don't want to make my fusing wire too much of an angle this way, because it's going to make big gaps, and I don't want to be too far this way on an angle, because then my loop's going to skip over my fusing wire. So I want to be almost like an exact 90, and just because you got a loop here and you're going fast down the wire doesn't mean that everything's going perfect. Pay attention, keep that 90, make sure your spacing looks even, because you could still mess up even if you go all the way down this wire. If you go too quick and your hand's not catching up, or your hand's going too fast, you could be making big spaces. Plenty enough. So I got a slight twist in this. So I'm going to hold on this end, put my drill in reverse. and get that twist out. Basically, I go in reverse and I over twist just a little bit because there's going to be some bounce back. So I over twist, it's going to bounce back. So you want it to bounce back straight. So right now it's like almost straight. I'm going to go a little over, let go. And it's good up to here. So I'm going to grab right here. And that is good. $350. Yikes. Yeah, if you want something that's going to vape, I would actually say go the other way and do a low build. I mean, I don't, just to see how it would vape at 350. Like I almost never vaped at 350. This thing says it goes up to like 370. At half power, this thing's ridiculous. I can't even go any higher. Now this is a 0.12 build on a triple series setup. Brad, that DNA, I love that DNA, dude. I fucking love that thing. I'm like so glad I got this off of you. So I traded some coils, a couple dollars to Brad for a DNA, basically to read builds and shit, because I never had a DNA. I have my Twisted Messes box to read 0.05. I have a Snow Wolf also that I never use anymore. I don't have batteries for it and the screen's cracked. So he had this guy, an H Cigar 250, Evolve DNA 250, that's what it is. H Cigar, 3 battery, and it's fucking awesome. It feels nice. And DNAs are just like, you know, I've used DNAs before. A couple of my buddies have them, and just the way they hit is just so much better. You could tell they're just giving you the real power, and it's safe. I mean, if you guys are building, I would definitely suggest getting a DNA, especially something that could put you up a lot of watts. Yeah, so that's kind of how we got on that subject. So just for instance, you're saying put up to 350. So if you put something on here that's like a 0.3 coil, that's a high resistance. If you put something on there like that and you put it up to 350, it's good. I don't even think it'll go up to 350 because that's going to be like probably like 10 volts or something, probably more than 12 volts actually. And it's going to burn out your cotton like that. It's probably just going to set on fire. It's going to be just a ridiculously hot reaction. So you would want to put the lowest build on there. So really something more like a 0.06, really, if you want to go up to 350. Like when I put a 0.1 ohm on here, I put it up to like 140. If I put like an 0.07 on here, I'd probably put it up to like 160. So the lower I go, the higher up my watts is going to be. The higher my ohms, the less wattage I need. So if you want to go up to 350 on something like that, you want to build the lowest. All right, now I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to do this just like I've been doing my my pitchforks, just so I could show you guys how I set up these frames. So if you wanted to try one of them double pitchforks, you guys know how I get to that point. So the same thing I did for the build I posted today, and this wire here I showed. So we just did the first step of a pitchfork. The only difference is I used round wire on this one. And then I put 3 pieces of ribbon, double skip fuse, and then 1 piece of ribbon and double skip fuse. And what we just did would be the first step, just spaced ribbon. So at the end of the day, we're going to end up with this, and then I think I'm going to fuse something else on this. Yeah, so we're going to go a little further than this. The only difference is with this one I started off with round wire. This one we started off with 4 pieces of 0.4, and you can see them in there. Alright, so I got nice even spacing on the 40 gauge. Alright. Alright. So my next step, I'm going to do 3 pieces of ribbon, just the same as I did on that. So I'm going to do 2 pieces. I'm going to try to get some kind of stripe action when I color this. So I want to get out a 16-inch piece of 0.4 Canthal. Alright. And then I want to get out an 8-inch piece of 0.4 nichrome. And I'm going to put the nichrome in the middle of the Canthal, so when I color this, I should have a stripe down the middle. Alright, so I'm going to take my 16-inch piece of ribbon, and I'm going to bend it in half. I'm going to take the nichrome piece, I'm going to put it in the center. And I do set these pitchfork frames up a little differently than I usually do. There's like no binds in the middle because I just want to go straight down it on an angle. To get my spacing. Alright. So I wrap that. Get some water on my finger. I'm going to cut these fucked up pieces off. They should have a hard button on YouTube. I need to petition them. There's an ant. Fucker. So, pitchforks are a pain in the ass. But I'll build a pitchfork before an Enigma any day. I'm going to take my 40 gauge. Wrap it around up here. Leave some 40 gauge on. Just like I do all the time. And slide. Slide all the way down. Then I'm going to grab my 4-ply that's already claptoned. And I'm going to put these 3-ply right next to it. Make sure all my ribbons are standing up the proper way. In fact, to make sure that, I'm going to bend this stack here. I like to do that a lot, like bend my stacks over, because that helps, first of all, them get sturdy, and second of all, tell how the ribbon's standing up. Get a piece of 40 here. Once I get that wrapped, I like to hot glue this right away. What's up, Justin? Yeah, Drew. I mean, like I said, that tutorial will be up soon. One of these days. Maybe tomorrow I'll get that tutorial up tomorrow night. going to put these two stacks in there. Alright. So now what I do, I got them in. I'm going to put my 4-ply that I already claptoned onto my swivel. Alright, just how it was. And then I take the 3 stack make sure it's running straight down. What's up, Vegas Chef? Got lots of chefs in here. Well, Vegas Chef is actually Chef Gordon Ramsay. He also builds coils. That'd be awesome. Shut the fuck up. Alright. Now that I got it where I want it, I'm going to hot glue it while I pull tension on that 3 stack. So I'm pulling tension back to the swivel. And I'm going to hot glue these 2 together down here. So like I said, I do these a little different than I do other stacking. Because I don't want no binds in the middle. I just want to go straight down this wire without moving anything. As long as you hot glue both sides. And you start off with the bind going the right way. Or if you start off with your ribbons getting wrapped nicely, then you should be fine. Alright, that's good. I could close this up. Now when I pull, you see they're kind of wavy, but when I pull them tight, they're together nice. So when I fuse, I want to make sure that I pull my drill back tight and all will be good. Because that's how I glued them. I pulled my drill and glued them. Alright, now double skip fusing. It's a lot like skip fusing. You basically just start off, you want to get your angle correct. You just got to go on a little bit of an angle. And once you get that angle right, you kind of just keep looking at the pattern and try to stay on that angle. And really going fast just helps it stay cleaner. So just go. If you make a mistake, go back and fix it. If you do 3 spaces instead of 2. I use glasses when I do this. You don't need them. Sometimes I'll just look at it with the macro also. Once I get it started, I can take the glasses off. Once I see the pattern, it's very easy to pick up if you make less spaces or more spaces. It's easy to see because the space that you made is either 2 times the size or it's 2 times less the size. Alright, so I'm going to get my 40 gauge. me see if I can kind of zoom in here. Whoa. Alright, so that's good enough for now. I'm going to wrap my 40 gauge around some of this ribbon sticking out of my drill chuck here, just to get started off, anchored in. Put my drill in the forward, because that's what I did my first clapping. So I just start off slow, make sure I don't need to get my spacing perfect right now, and make sure that I'm wrapping it nice and no ribbons flying over the side or no shit like that. I'll see if I could, once I get it spaced, if I could kind of show you. Alright, so now I skip 2 spaces. Skip 2 spaces, so I start off slow here. Alright, so I think I got the angle I'm looking for. So once I get a little bit going, and I think I got the angle I'm looking for to make 2 spaces, I get my macro, or my glasses, which I was just looking for where my glasses were, and they've been sitting on my head the whole entire time. So then I get my macro, or my glasses, and I get in here, and I make sure, let me flip this around a bit. Ugh. Bear with me here, this is a pain in the ass. Alright, there you go. I make sure that I am good with my angle. So I got 2 spaces in between each fuse. And that's what you want. That's what I want anyway. Maybe you want 3 spaces, maybe you want 1 space. Any way you want it. Alright. So now I just got to continue that angle all the way down. If I see any mistakes, I got to fix them. This is the most important fuse of this whole build, besides the first one. The first one, you want to get good spacing from the jump, of course. But now you want to get a good skip fuse to start off here. Let me get a vape and I'll get back to this. This shouldn't take me long to fuse down this. Yeah, that's too high. So it's kind of a lot like an alien angle, really. It's kind of the same principle. I like to go a little bit and check. I'm not like so good at this. I mean, I know I've watched like Ramo do this. Ramo to you. And he just runs straight down the whole fucking thing. Just real quick. I'm not that good yet. Maybe one day at doing this to where I could just do that. Yeah, actually I fucked up a couple there. Just make sure none of your ribbons are messing up as you're going. Sometimes you pay attention to the spacing so much, you forget to pull tension somewhere, and then oh. Starting to make 3 spaces. Don't want that. I think it's because of where I'm sitting. Sometimes if your body's not square with the wire. piece of tape on my spool that's grabbing my wire. Come on, you fucker. Get this camera. Alright. Finally. And these guys are looking at my leg. Cool. Yeah, so Drew's lives, that's funny that somebody mentioned that. So, all day, if you when you do a live video now, you could save it for 24 hours. So when I save it for 24 hours, I get messages all day. All day. Of somebody being like, "Oh, what's up, Nick? What's up, bro? What you doing? Back at it? Oh, you went live again." So I always have to, put, I'm not live, it just saved for 24 hours or, whatever. What's up, but I'm not live. Yeah, well, I fell for it today on Drew's. I go on Drew's, see him building live. Like, yo, what's up? It says at the top, Drew was live 9 hours ago. I was like, oh, fuck, it got me. All right. So now I could put 1 or 2 pieces of ribbon on here. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. 1 or 2 pieces. Just got to get a little twist out of this. And it's out. Alright. So I could take this off and do the same exact thing. And why does my camera keep moving on me? Yeah, literally for 24 hours. You get like a message like every half an hour or every hour. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna go crazy, and this fucking camera's pissing me off. Why is it doing that? Yeah, I'm gonna get crazy, and I'm gonna get some stainless steel ribbon now. And I'm gonna do 2 pieces of stainless steel. Next. So, about 16 inches of this. So this is probably the last ribbon I'm putting on this. I think my last fuse I'm gonna do either round wire or square wire. I'm not sure which one yet. I don't want this to be all ribbon. I'd like there to be some kind of sturdy wire in here to help me wrap. Yo, this fucking camera. Or I should say the stand. Oh, that's what it is. Alright. Hot glue will fix that problem real quick. Yeah, you know, I used to have a problem with just a little bit of ribbon too. The more, it's just like anything else though, the more you do it, the easier it gets. I thought I was going to hate doing one piece, but actually, I mean, I've done it 3 times in the past couple days, and you know, it's been all right. So just like I did the other 3 pieces that I put on, I'm going to bend a 90 in this. I'm not going to wrap this or anything. I'm just going to do it just like this. I'm going to get my 2 pieces of ribbon next to them 3 pieces I just fused on. I'm going to get a piece of 40 gauge laying here real quick. And wrap these 2 pieces on here. Make sure they're sitting how I want them to sit, and they are. And before I go any further, I'm going to reheat the hot glue here so it grabs that 2 pieces. And there it is. Alright, Drew. Thanks for stopping by, man, hanging out. I'll show you in the chat what we finished with. Yeah, guys, it looks like this is going to be a longer video, so I understand if anybody's got to leave and watch the rest later or whatever. That's fine. Now I just got to run my fingers down here. I wish I would have did this to the last fuse I did. But anyway, I'm going to run my fingers down here all the way to the end. I'm going to get some 40 and wrap up the end real quick. Just like 3 or 4 wraps. It's just to hold it there for a minute. Actually, I'll keep the one on. Bend that. And now I'm going to put my the 4-ply that's clapped in, the first one, the same loop I just had on. I'm going to get that back on the swivel. Alright. I'm going to get this end into my drill. As centered as possible. Feel as though I should put something temporarily here while I glue this. So same deal. I'm going to pull this and hot glue it. I'm holding the drill with my arm. Pulling that 2-ply and gluing all these together as I keep tension. Same exact thing as the last step. All right. Let's fuse this. Get it anchored on my drill. Cut that shit. And it's basically the same deal, really. Yeah, sporks are a lot of work. They really are. I kind of like them though. I do. I'm not sure how long this camera's gonna last in this angle because it's kind of like in my grill. But I suppose I could start with it. And it's basically the same deal. You go on an angle and fuse it. I'm not going to kill myself on getting this perfect because it's just going to waste a lot of time. This part actually took me the longest out of all the fuses on the last one. So I'm really just going to try to catch this angle and run up this wire. Now, clean as fuck coils. I don't think I ever said what's up, what's up. So in the beginning, you just want to make sure that you get your ribbons binded together the proper way, so neither of them are like folding over each other or whatever. So there's 2 spaces on each side of the last fuse. So wherever you start, you just want to remember that, you know, you're going either on the bottom of it or the top, and just make sure you keep that all the way up. And if you do that, you should be good. So right now I'm on the bottom of my last fuse, and I'll get a close up in a second to show you guys what's going on. You can get a closer view of it. So I'm just looking that I'm leaving 1 space behind, and I'm going underneath the last fuse. That's exactly what I'm looking for, that little black spot. As long as I leave 1 behind, I'm good. That's the way I like it. Keep the angle, just like an alien, really. Let me show you what I got. One space left behind. One side usually looks better than the other. Obviously, I mean, I think that's with everything. Looks like I could give a little crimp into that, get it closer together. But that's what you want right there. Leaving that one space behind and going right underneath or on top of the last one and just keeping that same pattern all the way up. And like I said, I'm only doing a half pitchfork, but this is exactly what you would do for a full pitchfork. And you would just cut this in half, and that would be your frames. But you would fuse every other space, so that's one thing that you should know. So let's say after I get done this wire, let's say I wanted to do the double-sided pitchfork with the two frames. You don't fuse every space. Skip fuse them spaces. Leave a space behind. It helps you catch up to the angle. You're going to be wrestling yourself if you try to hit every space. You could either leave the space behind and just wrap it up like that, or then you could fuse it again and go into the empty spaces. I like to just leave the space behind so you could see what's inside there. I think it looks better. Alright, let me finish this up. I'm actually going to get this camera out of my way, so hopefully I can go a little faster. And that hot glue didn't fucking hold. I might need another stand. Luckily I get them at Five Below, so it's only fucking $5. Yep, that's what I did too, man. I tried to put it in every single space, and it doesn't happen. If you guys haven't seen Mindforge's pitchfork video, go check it out on YouTube. He's got a pretty awesome video of a full pitchfork. I'm just waiting for this hot glue to dry on here. Actually, probably do something like this. No, I can't. Alright, let me get this done. Like I said, I'm going to try to get down this as quickly as I can. I don't want this video to be fucking much longer than 2 hours. this bind off here. There's like a mistake going on right here. I remember stopping there, doing the first fuse too, or the second fuse I should say. But that's actually going to be in a lead, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want to make sure that I'm leaving at least one space behind. I see that I did do some sections are 3 spaced instead of 2 down at this end of the wire, and that's fine as long as I leave at least one space behind for my next wire to go in. I'm good with it. I'm not going to kill myself over it. I don't know why this is being such a pain in the ass here. Alright, I'm only looking for like 8 inches worth. I'm not going to do this whole. Alright, last one, last frame, and Jesus Christ. Yep, I need another whatchamacallit. Alright, one more frame and we done. So, what I'm going to do is same thing. Take this off. I'm going to get a piece of 4x4 square wire. So, I'm using three different companies tonight. 3 different wires. Pure Atomist as always. Coil Society for some stainless. And for some square wire, kidney puncher. Fucking every company over here. So obviously you can't twist square wire to make it straight. You must stretch it. So grab and stretch, and 4x4 is very strong. Alright. So people ask me where I get square wire. That's where I get square wire. And I gotta get this window closed up. I got all of these little flying fucking bugs coming in from this air conditioner. Yeah, square wire is fun. So now I just want to make sure that I get my square wire next to that stainless. There it is. Some 40. It's getting hot in here. I might have to put the air back on. I'm surprised I lasted this long without the air on. I put it on for 2 hours before I came live, just to get the room nice and cold. And then I put the fan on, because I know that fucking thing's loud. Especially the one video I made. That fucker's really loud. I don't know why it was so loud that day. Usually when I'm talking, I drowned out the sound of the AC. But that one day, it's bad. You get a piece of ribbon. Put a bind in the middle here. Just something real quick to keep the square wire tight to my stack. I'll put another couple wraps up here with ribbon. Cut this off here. No real need to hot glue any of these. Or no need to hot glue this square wire on here. It's strong enough, it's staying where it's gotta stay. Let's see if we can get it there. So like I said, I'm gonna have to skip. You know, I left a space behind each of these fuses, but now I have these spaces running up this wire, but I want to skip one of them spaces each time, and that's going to help me catch up to the angle that I'm going to be going on. If you don't do that, you're going to be getting into this swaying thing that you don't need to do, and then you're going to have like this crisscross shape. One side of this wire is going to look very much better than the other side. So let me actually show you guys what it looks like before I fuse this. And then I'm going to put the camera on the other side of me while I do this. I'm going to keep the talking to a minimum, and I'm going to put my air condition back on. So if you guys want to turn down the volume a bit, if it's getting too loud, I'm just going to put my air on for a minute. Alright. So this is looking pretty cool right here. So them spaces left over up top there, you could see my there it is. All right. Up top, that 4 ribbon inside the spaced 40 gauge, you could see there's a space left over all the way down the wire. I'm going to skip fuse this. So I'm going to leave a space behind, fuse the next space, skip a space, fuse, skip a space, fuse. What's up, Drew? Alright, let me get to it. So, let me, actually, you know what I might do? Let me do it this way. That way. There you go. There's that. All right. You're almost 2 hours in. So usually a 2-hour build I wouldn't be so happy with. These pitchforks, I don't care. They take a long time. I mean, I had to fuse this 4 fucking times. I just want to get my my 8 inches worth of coil out of this. The one's definitely going to be way cleaner than the other. The beginning is awesome. Up to that halfway point. Looks good. Looks really good. I'm good with it. But at least you could see how I hold my spool. Looks like I should hot glue this. Something's going on. It looks like the square wire is so strong that it's spinning. It's either spinning before the ribbon or the ribbon spinning before the square wire. Goggles. Still doing it. What the fuck's going on? I think I know what's going on. A few different what? I didn't see what you guys were talking about. The nylon pliers or spool tamers? What you guys talking about? Wire tamers. Yeah, I found an AC Moore in Center City, Philadelphia. That is pretty awesome. They got a bunch of stuff. They actually had a jeweler's hammer and a jeweler's block set. So anybody like Brad, anybody that lives near Philly, let me know if you want to know where I'm talking about. Tell you where you could get some they didn't have spool tamers though. I did ask. They said they did, but I couldn't find them.
ready to go. Gotta fuse this, leave a space behind. It shouldn't take too long to do. Yeah, so once you get on that angle, it's all the same. that skip fuse angle. You go straight down it. Pretty good. I'm going to finish this half. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to wrap it up, show you guys what it looks like, and get this video done. I really don't want to go too much longer on this video. So, very shortly I'll be done this. All right. Inch. There she is. I didn't even notice I did 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 ribbon, 3 ribbon, 2 ribbon, 1 square. Pretty cool. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it? So if I want it, I could fuse in the gaps. I'm not going to though. I like the way they look just like this. Thanks, guys. Hearts, lots of hearts. Alright, let me wrap it up, show you guys what it looks like wrapped up. And, no button. Get out the vise for this one. I want to make sure I get an angle, because I'm going to have to wrap it on an angle because it's such a big coil. Actually, no, you know what? Before I do this, I'm going to give it a roll real quick, just a little roll.
Where is my fucking... There it is. Right. Hold my thumb. On the coil. See how I did. I don't want to bend it yet because I don't know. Actually, it can be. It tends to, since it has sharp edges, it tends to sometimes snap the fuse wire, but it could also be easier sometimes. It kind of depends what build you're doing. Sometimes it's harder, sometimes it makes it easier. It seemed like it made this easier, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, see, it kind of flipped over a little bit. Yeah, I'm starting to wish I didn't use square wire. Thanks, guys. Looks pretty cool. I almost liked it better as wire porn. Maybe I should have wrapped it around like a 3/5. I think the square wire was a bad idea. It's different, that's for sure. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Alright, guys. Yeah, I'll let these guys know how it vapes. I think I'm going to keep this as a single coil, to tell you the truth. I got to figure out what I'm going to put it in. Maybe the gorge, maybe the aeronaut. Even though I got a build in the aeronaut right now, I don't really want to take out. Wish I forget what that build even is. Yeah. So, I'll figure it out. Yeah. Because I'll see if I could, Sorry about that, guys. Damn. I must have hit the power button. Yeah, everybody. I'll see you. I'm just showing you a couple coils I have laying around here. Some Enigmas I did. Well, these are the ones from last week. I gotta take more pictures of these. Oh, you want to see the Druga build, the one that you won? Staple stagger fuse Clapton 480 gauge wrap. Just got to clean the Druga. I'm waiting on the wire to come in the mail, and the shit should go out by Friday. I should get the wire in the mail Thursday. But alright, guys, peace. Thanks for hanging out. If you ain't following me on Instagram, go over to Instagram. Please press the like button on my videos here. Subscribe. Share. Comment. Check out the Resistance Crew. Check out Pure Atomist Wire. Check out Zombie E-Liquid. And thanks for the support. Just about out. Look out for the Enigma video and live Saturday night. So I'll be live back here Saturday night. Alright?